Welcome to Beyond Organised, the podcast that helps you simplify your life and amplify your purpose. I'm Mel Schenker, a life coach, speaker, founder of She's Organised, but more importantly, a wife and mum of 4 little kids. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, like you're constantly juggling everything but never quite catching up, this is the place for you. Here we go beyond just the tidying up and creating systems. We're talking about real life strategies that bring order to your life, but also we talk about the things beyond the organising, the things that really matter, like your parenting, relationships, and so much more. So grab your coffee and let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode, and I cannot believe we are already a few weeks into the new year. And if you are in Australia or New Zealand, this week your kids are getting ready to go back to school. I am both excited and also kind of dreading the whole getting up early and drop-offs and all that again. But this episode is for everyone that is in a position of getting their kids back to school. So even if you're on the other side of the world and this is just a normal week for you, you can always listen to this episode when it's time to get your kids ready back to school after their summer break. So I do also want to say, for those of you on YouTube, if you are listening to this, I apologize. Again, no video this week. It has been hard doing solo episodes with video during the school holidays, but now that the holidays are nearly over, all my solo episodes should have video in it again. So thank you for listening and sorry about the no video. Now, this week, I have 5 little tips that I want to give you to help you in getting ready for the school year. So it can be really daunting, particularly if your child is going into prep or even year 7 for the first time. Like it's their first time at school, it can be quite daunting. But you know what? My older boy's going into grade 4, grade 2. And even then, I'm still a bit like, oh, what do I need? What do I need to do? So I'm going to run through what it is that I do and how this helps me. And hopefully at least one of these tips will help give you a good start to your school year. So the first one I want to mention is reset their sleep now. So for me, my boys don't go back to school until Friday. So I'm already getting them back into their routine as of this week. Well, we've kind of already started it a few days ago anyway, but as of this week, they'll go back to their normal sleep times, normal routines, as if it was a normal school night. So I'm getting them back in that habit and also starting to wake them up sort of the normal time and not let them sleep in. Because I got to say, my boys are pretty good at sleeping in the morning, which I'm grateful for. I wish my younger 2 would learn something of that nature, but that's okay. So start getting them back into sort of their normal time rhythms if you can this week. Now, for some of you, your kids might be going back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You might not have as much time left, but good to do it now and don't leave it to the night before they go back to school because it'll totally throw them out when they're really sleepy the morning of. So get them back into a good sleep routine from now. The second thing is set up a drop zone. So I have a spot at the front of my home where we've got drawers, like pull-out drawers, and we've got all the bags in there. So there's enough space for all 4 kids. And the school bags are in there. Their lunch boxes live in there. I used to have it where it was in the drawer in the kitchen. It was just too much. It lives in their school bag, and obviously wash it out, clean it out, and have it living in there. And also their school hats and that tend to stay at school, but there is a spot for things like their satchels. So like their diaries and homework and stuff goes in these satchels inside their bag. So there's a spot for that. Everything stays near the front door. That is our spot. It's easy when the kids come home. They, instead of dumping it straight on the floor, it goes straight in the drawer. And then if they need to get their lunchbox out and everything like that, they know where to go. It's all in the one spot. Now, even with food in the pantry, it's in one spot. So all the kids' snacks, all of that, plus the fridge stuff is all in one spot. So I group things together, and that makes it really easy. So I'm getting the boys to start making their own lunches now, and they know what snacks that they can grab from the fruit bowl and in the fridge. They know the spots to get things where it is, so it keeps it nice and easy, and I'm not having to do it all the time. Though I do make the sandwiches sometimes, let them do it sometimes, but that also leads me to the third point of doing it the night before. So prep everything the night before. Don't don't leave your lunches and everything to the morning of. Now, I understand in different countries you don't even need to worry about lunches because school provides it. But here in Australia, we need to pack our own school lunches. So definitely organize it the night before so you're not in a mad panic in the morning. Because if you're like me and you've got little ones that don't go to school, I mean, just wrestling with them, let alone your school kids, can be hard enough. And so I prep everything the night before. I know it's done. The food is in their lunch boxes ready to go. Or if it's a refrigerated type, like there's some ham and cheese or whatever in their sandwiches, I've at least made it and got it in the fridge the night before. And I will leave their lunchbox on the bench so I know not to forget it and forget their sandwich in the morning. Whereas if I pack it away in the morning, I might forget their actual sandwich. So I have everything prepped though the night before as much as possible. And that includes their uniforms. Again, other parts of the world may not need a uniform, so maybe it's preparing their clothes, what they're going to wear the next day, making sure they have got clean clothes to wear the next day. But for us with the uniform, I find it so much easier not having clothes to have to worry and think about what they're going to wear and all of that. And maybe you're the type of parent that loves that, and that's fine. But I like the fact that they've got a uniform and it's just already thought through and everyone's the same. There's no bullying in terms of what they're wearing and not wearing and all of that. So, because I know that that was something I had to put up with a little bit too when I was younger. So, having the uniforms out the night before. Now, sometimes it's school uniform, sometimes it's sports uniform with the school that we go to. So, I make sure each kid has the right uniform on the night before and we're ready to go. Now, this also works if your kids go to childcare or daycare. Having the clothes organized the night before, their bags, their drink bottles, all that kind of stuff. So I also do it for my kids because my younger two go to daycare Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So on those days, their bags are packed, ready to go. Everything is done the night before. I just realized how quick I'm talking through this, but I apologize. When I get on a roll, I just talk really quick and I fly through things. So I hope that you've got a pen and paper and you're taking some notes. Otherwise, I might have to rewind and go back through it. But the fourth point I want to bring up is be flexible this week. So things are going to change. You've got to get back into a new routine. Sleep patterns are going to change. All of that happens for the kids, but also for you, especially if you're working. It's going to throw things out a bit because you've got to try and get back into a routine of juggling work with school drop-offs and pickups and all that kind of stuff. You've got to be flexible enough. And even if you're at home, it's still going to be a little bit of a juggle getting back into a routine with things. And that includes your own routine. So I just want to emphasize with this fourth point, be flexible and be patient. Allow for some wiggle room this week. Try not to schedule things in so tightly. Leave 5 minutes earlier than normal if you need to. And just try and plan things around to give you some extra buffer zones with what you're doing this week because it's going to take a bit of adjusting again, not just for your kids, but for you as well. So be flexible this week and just go with the flow as best as you can because I'm telling you now, there's probably going to be some things that pop up that you weren't quite planning on, but that's okay. And some of it is like, oh yeah, how did I forget that? And other things of, oh my goodness, of course that's happening right now. So it happens to all of us. Try not to stress, just allow some buffer for those things that inevitably pop up. Now, number 5 is anchor you. So wake up maybe before the kids get up and make yourself a coffee, do some journaling, some prayer time, meditating, whatever it is you do. I like to do it before the kids get up because then I've put me first. I'm in a good mood. Then I'm not in this frantic yelling at kids and all that jazz. I'm a much better, calm, level-headed mum. And then we get out the door without me screaming. If I haven't put myself first, look, Sometimes I get to the level where everything's a little bit rushed and I'm not feeling too proud about it. So I'll admit I still have those days, but I know if I wake up earlier, then I'm good. Now that doesn't need to happen for you. Perhaps you're a mum that when all your kids are going to school and once they're at school, then you can have your quiet time. That's fine too. But make sure that in this change up of routine, whether you're working, whether you're at home, however you do things, that there is time for you. It can be so easy to fall back into this hustle trap where it's like, okay, we're back to work, kids back to school, we've got to organize this, got to do that, da 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 da. And it just gets away from us. And before we realize we're already halfway through the year and not once have we even thought about ourselves. We're burning out and we're drowning here, but there's no time for us. So that really needs to change. So as you're starting into this new routine again for the new year, let's anchor in some you time. Now, that might even be at night. I don't know, for a lot of mums it is at night. And I'm even a bit at night too, but I also tend to work at night on my business. I tend to get the most done at night time when the kids are asleep, plus I've got group coaching calls, all that kind of stuff. So night times tend to be work time for me. So mornings, I tend to get up maybe 7 o'clock and then I'm getting the kids up at 7:30 and then we're getting ready and out the door by like 8:15. That works for me. Now, I understand it doesn't work for everyone. So find a time that you can give yourself, ideally like a good half an hour, to just do what you want to do. Read that book, have that prayer time, do the things that are important to you. So, just to recap on these 5 things that I'm suggesting is to reset their sleep, probably even reset your sleep, set up a drop zone, so a place where their bags, lunch boxes, everything goes, but also set up zones for the food and all of that to get ready throughout the week for the school lunches and everything. Prep the night before, having their lunches, clothes, bags, everything ready to go. Be flexible for a week in the change of routines. And then the 5th one is anchoring you. So finding time for you. So that is it. In a nutshell, doing those 5 things is really going to help set you up for the new school year. And that's what I'm doing. These are things that I'm doing. And I know that it can be a little bit overwhelming at times. We have good intentions. I had someone just post in the She's Organised Hub what they've done this week to get their child ready for school, and their child is starting prep. And she's created like a magnetic board on the fridge. And so every time they put on their socks or do little things, they move the magnet to the done side. And it looks so cool. And she's also got some meal prep ideas and stuff on there because she's frozen some lunches and snacks in advance. So then she can just pull it out the night before and it's done, ready to go for some meal prep ideas. If you are needing more support, you're wanting more ideas, you're wanting to find a better rhythm for your school life and everyday kind of stuff, whether it's the school snacks or getting them out the door in the morning without the hustle and the fighting and the arguing and where's your shoes in the last minute, then I encourage you to come inside the She's Organised Hub. There is so much going on in there, and there's something there, honestly, for all ages, whether you're young and single, even if you're retired and everything in between. There's organizing ideas to help you in the season you're in moving forward, and particularly the school mums, the young mums, all of that. That's majority of my audience. There is plenty of stuff in there for you. And even with group coaching and all the catch ups and all that stuff, if you've got questions, they can get answered in there. And I'm in there every day supporting you, plus Angel in my team. She's in there supporting you too. So I would love to have you inside the hub if you're needing some more help. And the link is in the show notes. And I just want to encourage you, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, you're already feeling a bit stressed out, and it hasn't even begun yet, please just take a breath. You're really not alone in this. You are in the same boat as so many other mums, and that doesn't mean it's okay. it doesn't mean it's okay that a lot of mums are feeling this way. And that's why I've created the space in the hub to be able to support all mums that are feeling this way, to have a real safe space to go to let it out, but also have some practical advice and ways to actually help get you unstuck and moving forward. But can I just encourage you, give yourself some grace, be kind to yourself, and know that you are doing the best you can. I have no doubt about it. If you are here, if you've listened to other episodes of mine, you know that there is nothing wrong with you. You are doing the best you can. And I'm here to support you all the way with that. Even if it's just through this podcast and that's the position you're in right now, perfectly fine with me. But I would love to hear your thoughts, and I would love you to leave reviews and that too if you're liking this show, so I can keep making more stuff that you like. But thank you for listening today. Please hit me up if you've got any questions, you need any help with your particular situation. I'm always there on the email and that ready to go. But next week, we have a really great lady joining us, and she's from Brisbane, Australia. And so if you are a single mum, this one is for you next week. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.
If you loved this episode, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you want to continue the conversation, you can connect with me on Instagram at shiz.organised, or for some free resources, head over to beyondorganised.com/toolkit. Remember, organising is a tool to live the purposeful life beyond it. See you next time.